I literally got a WhatsApp message from R.G.V one day when I was in Delhi actually promoting another film. And then it happened very quickly after that.
Veerappan happened in a way that I met R.G.V and फिर R.G.V से मिलने के बाद पता चला कि he is doing a film called Killing Veerappan जो कन्नड़ा वर्जन है और तेलुगु वर्जन है. तो आई गॉट एक्साइटेड और जब फिर मैंने फिल्म देखी तो मुझे लगा कि इट शुड बी शोन टू द एंटायर कंट्री एंड टू द वर्ल्ड कि वीरप्पन था क्या, मतलब 20 साल की उसकी जर्नी कैसी रही, क्या क्या उसने अपने लाइफ में किया. आई मीन एक आम क्रिमिनल कैसे इतना बड़ा आदमी बन गया. एंड बेस्ड ऑन ऑल ऑफ दैट वी डिसाइडेड टू मेक द फिल्म एंड दैट्स हाउ इट ऑल स्टार्टेड.
Sachin had actually suggested my name to R.G.V once the film was up and running, and so I literally got a WhatsApp message from R.G.V one day when I was in Delhi actually promoting another film. And then it happened very quickly after that, because after one meeting and one narration I knew that I wanted to be a part of the film. There was the content is fantastic. I grew up in the 90s hearing about Veerappan. He was in the newspapers every week. And there was so much passion around making this particular film, around bringing his story to the big screen. And I knew that also Killing Veerappan was a big hit and also a very, very interesting film. Is this a joke? Is this actually R.G.V? But so I immediately actually called him up, and the way that he spoke and the passion with which he was immediately jumped into talking about the story, I established that it was indeed R.G.V. But it's a very unconventional way of getting a film offer, which is what makes it a very good story. But we all know that R.G.V is very unconventional as well.
I'm playing a cop in the film who basically is basically part of the operation and strategizing how Veerappan should be got down, and that's it. I mean, but honestly speaking, it's not much about my character that people need to know, but it's more about Veerappan. 20 years of his journey, the things that he's done, and people just know him like a sandalwood smuggler, but he's, that would not be even 1% to what he's done. So there's a lot more to Veerappan, and this is not really a biopic, but it is more about giving the audience the understanding of what Veerappan is and was, and at the same time the entire strategy and planning of how he was got down. This is what Veerappan the film is all about. This was my idea to get it into Hindi. I was very excited about it because growing up days you've heard so much about Veerappan, a character. I mean, his moustache has been the most famous. I mean, लोग अक्सर आम तरीके में भी बात करते रहे वीरप्पन जैसी मूछें हैं, तो ही प्लेड अ बिग रोल. आई मीन एवरीबडी न्यू हिम इन दिस कंट्री. लेकिन वो था क्या, है क्या, उसने कैसे किया, कैसे 20 साल तक एक गवर्नमेंट उसको पकड़ नहीं पाई, 734 करोड़ रुपए खर्चे हुए हैं उसको पकड़ने में, 97 पुलिसमैन ही किल्ड, इतने लोगों को मारा है. ऐसा क्या था उस एक आम आदमी में जो इतना बड़ा क्रिमिनल बन गया. So that is what was intriguing for me, and we've all, in some way or the other, last 20 years, we've heard about him.
It's an extremely satisfying experience being part of this film in every single way. I really enjoyed working with R.G.V. He has a very, very different technique as a director. So for an actor, that was a great joy. Then my co-actors, Sachin, Joshi were amazing to work with. And I mean, every single day on the set was an adventure, because often all I had to do was remember my lines, because when we were actually on the set, a lot of improvisation was happening. And so a lot of unexpected moments we were finding in the scenes, which is one of the greatest things that you can ask for as an actor, when you're actually even surprising yourself in how the scene happens. Then you know that something very interesting and creative, you're actually creating something very interesting for the big screen. So I enjoyed every single moment of it. I mean, it was hard work. I broke my toe while we were working, but extremely satisfying. I'm very, very excited for everyone to see the film.
R.G.V is fun to work with. I mean, he is on the toes, he keeps you on the toes, doesn't like to waste time all the time. You have to be ready on his call to shoot. तो आसान नहीं है उनके साथ काम करना, लेकिन जब दिन ख़त्म होता है तो आपको काफ़ी satisfactory feel होता है कि you've done a great job of work with him.
I had to be really on my toes every day with R.G.V. He's very good with actors. He made me feel very secure as an actor, so that there was a lot of trust immediately. So when R.G.V says he has the shot, I would not ask for another shot. I would say, okay, we got it, move on. Whereas normally as an actor, I would ask, please sir, just one more shot, let's try it a different way. But I had so much confidence that he would, on the other side, he would not let me go until he got the shot. It doesn't matter if it be 10, 20, 30 takes, until he's satisfied and he's gotten what he wants, he's not going to let you go. But when he's got what he wants, you can relax, you know. But as I said, it was really, really demanding. I have to constantly be alert. You can't sleepwalk through this in any shape or form. So it was very, very exciting. He's very soft-spoken to me on the sets, maybe not to everyone.
Shooting in the jungles were never easy. I mean, we've shot in waterfalls close to Hubli. You know, the distance of 60 kilometers, it took a lot to reach there, because it's not just about actors going there or teams are going there. It's almost about 250 people traveling to that place. So it's almost 30 kilometers away, because roads are not that great. You take an hour and a half just to reach 30 kilometers, and after that, from the base, you need to walk another couple of kilometers, and then you need to walk through rocky mountains and rivers which have gone dry, and then reach the location. So it's almost a process of 4 or 5 hours to reach to one point, and then prepare yourself and then shoot with such heavy equipment. I mean, hats off to the unit, the way they carried such heavy equipment on their hands, I mean bare hands. So it wasn't easy, and then shooting there for the entire day, eating food on the rocks. I mean, it was really like living like the jungle atmosphere. And we had no access, no cell phone communication, nothing. So it's all through people. And shooting there for 8-10 days was not easy. So there have been experiences, and you've seen all kinds of things. We've shot in the national park, we've shot in Thailand with the animals, other parts of Karnataka in the jungles. So it has been tough shooting Veerappan as a film. Well, I believe animals have their own instincts as well. They don't come into human terrain where they feel that, and not really. I mean, we didn't face much of animal action in real. Music plays the biggest role, I would say, but not in the forms of the music way the people understand. In the film, the music is all about background score, and I think that adds a lot to the film. It enhances the film. It plays with the emotion of the audience they're watching. So that plays the most crucial role in any film, for that matter. Songs, yes, I mean, they're there, people enjoy and listen to them, they like them, they forget them. But background score makes the film happen, and film is something that stays with the audience more than, I believe, any other song.
Yeah. Plus, it'd be very weird to see Veerappan breaking into a dance, I think.
It's a very realistic film, and we never had a scope and consciously never had a song put in the film for any other reason. But whatever songs we have, like Veerappan, which is like the spirit of Veerappan, or Kalas, which is recreated again for this film, because again that shows the trance or what Veerappan is all about. Or whether it is the Mouche song, which the tagline of Veerappan, I mean, his signature was the Mouche. So it is all about, the songs are made for a specific purpose.
Yes, I mean, I started my career in 1991, but I've also, for the past decade, I've been living outside of India. So I always would come back to India, and it's just recently that I started working again in India, and I'm really happy for it. And that's one of the reasons I'm working again in India, is for opportunities to be a part of films like Veerappan, you know. So yes, I've seen a huge change, but also because I've had that gap of 10 years as well. And for me, it's all very positive. Because, as I said, you know, I think there's a refinement in technique, production values, bound scripts, you know, but at the end of the day, I just want to say the most important thing is the content and the script. And, you know, probably in the 90s when I initially came to India, that was, I mean, I still remember I did a film and my dialogues were being scribbled in a corner, you know, and I used to get traumatized. I used to beg, please fax me my dialogue ahead of time so I can mug it up, you know. And that is not happening today, or it certainly hasn't happened in now the projects I've been a part of. And that's very positive. I think that we have a very strong film industry that is now reflecting our own stories. As I said, India has so many important stories to share. And I personally believe that cinema is not just entertainment. Cinema is a powerful medium just to make people think and reflect. Sachin was my savior at one point. Because, you know, again, when I broke my toe and he was such a doll, you know, he sort of came and gave me some medication. And, well, I mean, he's been an amazing co-actor, an amazing producer as well. And that's really tough to wear both hats, believe me. But he's so cool and collected on the sets that you never felt any sort of tension. And I'm sure that he was going through tension at times. It's inevitable when you're producing a film, and I recognize that. And that's really, really essential. Again, you know, if you want to put together the best film you can, you make sure that the working atmosphere, what you're putting on the screen, is you create the best atmosphere for that.
Well, she's calm and composed. The way you see her, she was exactly like that during the shoot of the film as well. But one good thing that I really appreciate and admire, that she's very professional at her job, and she's very focused at her job. So when the work is happening, she's at it. Nothing else around it, she will let it bother her. So that's what is important for any producer or for anybody, any director for that matter, that the actor is focused. They would not really say it, but that's very important. And she has it 10 on 10 on that part. Well, if you are intrigued about watching real life villains and how they've survived and how they've done what they've done, and if you like to see a film on the realistic basis, then Veerappan is the film to watch.
Veerappan is a must-watch, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a part of this film, although it is sort of a dream come true to work with R.G.V. This is really about human nature at its most basic. Why are we fascinated with villains? What motivates them? And ultimately, does good triumph over evil? You know, all of these questions are going to be answered by watching the film. It's crisp, it's thrilling, great performances. R.G.V is back, as everyone has been saying. So much passion in this film, so you don't want to miss this. This is really what good cinema is about. You can take a big bite out of Veerappan.